Hello there, this is Darth Ravage07 coming to you today with another Show Z store arrival, fresh from across the pond. I got in the Robot Toys RT-D02 Beedrill. It's none other than Waspinator from Beast Wars, and he looks magnificent, or at least his box looks magnificent. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Let's take a look at him together and see how cool this Waspinator is. And after getting that Starscream in just before I went down to Wilmington last week, I think this is appropriate because there was an episode called Possession in Beast Wars where Starscream came back, or Air Commander Starscream came back as this guy right here in this body and form. He's also got the little jet fuselage thing, and anyway, he's flying, and it's really cool, man. Let's take a look at the back of the box. We get like a little hologram of Waspinator in his alt mode, the top of the box, the bottom of the box, and Robot Toys is absolutely crushing it. This is a masterpiece version, kind of like the RT-D01 Scorponok. In that vein, I have to have all of these if this is as good as that guy is. Let's see how cool this guy really is. Robot Toys has very big, nice, colorful pics of the transformation process and all the ins and outs of it. And you swap out the regular eyes for the laser eyes that he does in a couple of episodes. And I like it whenever he spazzes out in that one episode and he's just like, you know, Air Commander Starscream, blah, 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 and it was really cool. Anyway, nothing on the back side, pretty blank space, and much like die-cast, masterpiece packing is becoming a lost art in the first party, so you got to go to third party to get the nicer things and nicer stuff. I'll get him unboxed off camera. Out of box, first in hand impressions, this guy is highly impressive. We're going to take a quick 360 before we take a closer look at those accessories. Got the wings all good and clipped in there, very articulate. Really put it through its paces here in just a minute. This is really neat. You got that little, like where you got his head blown off, he's got his little leg connected to the back of that, inching him along, but he's holding the blaster piece there for that. The antennas will articulate. So there's that, and it comes with his little bits here in that one episode where he's doing stuff for Megatron, building a tower, I think. And then this right here is his Stinger pistol with the Stinger missiles, and there's the Stinger giving the point there. It looks really good, painted really nice. And then Waspinator himself, just he's got die cast like inside of there. I want to say, if that's not die, I think the front feet are definitely die cast. They have like a cold touch to it. The plastic's a little bit warmer. It's got some heavy weights there to keep it down, and then die cast structure throughout the rear of the legs there. Pretty crazy how heavy this guy is, and just that superlative, you know, Robot Toys, you know, engineering at work here. His head, as articulation as goes, the head will go all the way around right there. He has an articulating mouth, so you can manipulate it. It's separate, so you can get the different things there that you want to do with his jaws. Sweat bee on my finger. You got articulating antenna, kind of like a surprise look kind of thing going on there. I love the detail in his beautiful purple eyes. It just looks really awesome. The gold use right there, right down to his Waspinator teeth, looks really good. And I'm going to have to get a hold of one of my Predacon symbols and stick it on his forehead or somewhere there. I'm going to go look back at animation and see where that was, because I know it was in there. You got full Mr. T right there. He does got a little bit of a butterfly going on there. They do some really good jobs with the articulation there. You got upper bicep swivel all the way around. You've got more than 90 degrees due to probably transformation in the elbow and that stuff, and the fingers do articulate on two knuckles there, and he's got an invisible pointer finger so that when he goes Starscream he can do that, but I don't think that his thumb will articulate at all whatsoever, unless it's, oh, it does have a little bit of articulation. It's independent, and it's like the palm of the hand built in with that. And he's got a slot for his Stinger weapon, so you can get him all posed up like this, so he can float like a butterfly and sting like a Waspinator. So that's really cool, especially when you do I'm Air Commander Starscream. That's really cool. So you got a double up of Beast Wars Starscream there too within the Waspinator body. Just refer to the episode Possession and see exactly what I'm talking about. And so we're gonna work on down here. He does got some articulation in those antenna. You can pose them around, do this stuff and things. I don't want to get too, oh, it comes right out like there. I think the got heated up from the heat here in the south, in the Western North Carolina mountains. It's been fairly warm, just like everywhere has been hot. Heat wave going on in the country. There's that I like to call the star screen split, like you know how the chest does, and he's got the eye boobies and stuff, and then he's got all the way around at the waist. Well, nope, maybe not. He goes that far and gets stuck, gets that far, and then maybe, nope, he gets stuck there. So he gets stuck on each side there. So it's not all the way around, but a good, like almost 360 degrees, but it's not. No ratchets there, but you do get a kick up that high and far, and then you got some toe going on there. We'll get down to that in a minute. You got some thigh swivel. I don't see no mid thigh cuts or anything like that. You do get more than 90, and it's probably due to the transformation, and you got the knee and stuff falling apart then, so you got to get that back in there and lock it in. So in all actuality, you probably just got the 90 at the knee. So there's that. Ratchets at the knee. You got some ankle tilts both ways there. Is that? This feels like die cast. It looks like it's painted like die cast, and just it has a good feel and heft to it. If it's not, it's the same heavy plastic. I don't know. It might be a heavy hard plastic there at the feet, but it's there. And then you got that toe that can tilt down, or the spur can tilt down. You got the toe that can tilt down. And it's probably all due to transformation, so you can get something locked into place right there. And I swear, it has to be. It feels very, very heavy like die cast there at the feet. I'm so hung up on that. So pointing finger, all that stuff, nice soft plastic's where it needs to be, and the articulate antenna again. Boom. That's all really, really good and awesome. And of Masterpiece Waspinators, I don't think that TransArts did one of these back in the day. So like, it's nice to finally get a Masterpiece Waspinator, and I know Hasbro hasn't done it yet. He looks fantastic, guys. Oh, the wings articulate too, and the tail also articulate. So there's like a hinge with this clear plastic. That's going to get me a little bit nervous now that I know it's that. But I mean, it can go up and down, and it's got transformation stuff going on there. And you can get a flight. You get your flight action going on there. Just be careful. It's that clear plastic stuff, but it can rotate and do the stuff and things. So you can get a good flying pose of Waspinator. Can he look up? Nope. He can't get super far up that I can see there. But that's okay. He flies a lot more in his Wasp mode, which we'll get him converted over to here in just a moment. He just looks outstanding, guys. And I don't have anything to pry open and get the head off of this thing to get head swapped. I might do that in a later video, but he looks outstanding. Let me get him transformed into Wasp mode and see how he looks there. Here's the best life imitating box art imitating life pose I can get in. Let's get him converted. Waspinator, terrorize! And here is Waspinator in the natural sunlight, looking freaking fantastic, guys. These legs will do this and let you stand him up like this, but he's probably best with the flight stand. He has a massive little wingspan there, and he looks awesome. The paintwork used, the architect and the engineering is really, really outstanding. And he gets a whole nother set of articulation with these. And these legs, you can move them back and forth there in the front. You got that bend, you got that bend, you got that bend. So you can like tuck up and fly with those legs like a wasp does. Then it will manage to stand just a little bit there on the stinger and the 6 legs or what have you. Each of the legs have that same articulation there, what have you. You can get no wrap around due to the way that everything's locked into place there with the tail end. You got a place to store the weapons there, and you can sting. You can double sting bad guys, and he can articulate that head down and latch on in a flying nightmare pose of ouchie, wouldn't want to be you. You'll get the point, literally. So those wings do articulate, so you can simulate a little bit of flying and do your best Scott McNeil and stuff, and the mandibles will articulate there as well, which is really, really cool how they transformed this and did this stuff. And if you want to, you can get these antennas back into the wind and fly around with Waspinator just like such, and have him flying out through there like you see in the Beast Wars cartoon there. Really freaking awesome Waspinator all the same. And the way that does will articulate out of the way for the stinger and that, what have you. You can push it back up in there, but I like having that thing down and out there and out to a point. Looks really good from the top and the back. Oh, his head does got a little bit of wiggly waggly. You can get the crazy, oh, poor Waspinator has headache and whole body, like shaking his head. Brrr, one moon, planet changed, Earth. So good, guys. He is outstanding. Let's get old Waspinator into some final thoughts. Some final thoughts on Waspinator. Robot Toys is absolutely crushing the beast in masterpiece form, and the legends are not too shabby either, to quote Black Rat. Yeah, we'll get this guy on over into his robot mode. This Waspinator is so expressive, beast mode or robot mode, and I absolutely adore this figure. Robot Toys is absolutely crushing it. If you've not jumped on a third-party bandwagon and you're a Beast Wars fan, you would be shorting your collection of some really freaking amazing figures from third-party, fourth-party Robot Toys there. It's freaking amazing, guys. This is the masterpiece Waspinator that Hasbro has not delivered yet, and in some cases the materials, the packaging, everything is better than what you get with Hasbro here lately. I highly recommend this for all Beast Wars fans, and I'll just help myself back to the CR chamber. Yes, and he just squiggles away. Anyway, he is so freaking cool, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Got to go hit the DoorDash route. What a hot summer release, and thank you again for watching. You guys have a safe and happy week out there. Stay safe until all are one, guys.